Howdy foks, and welcome back to World of Warships. Today I'm playing the Slava, which is a tier 10 Soviet premium battleship. Now, the Slava is a bit of a weird one. It's very accurate into this game, but sometimes it's not very good. Somehow, it's accurate but not accurate enough to make it really potent into this game. Let me explain. The ship only got 4 6mm guns, which means that you cannot overmatch anything that is not a cruiser, and you don't really have a godlike accuracy. The accuracy is pretty good, yes, it is, but it's still RNG based. When you play World of Warships, each time you take a shot, it's a bit of a gamble. The game decides where your shell will land, and out of 9 shells, only 3 hits on the run at 20 kilometers. 20 kilometers is very close for Slava, because for some reasons it looks like at 20 kilometers the ship is more accurate at 5 kilometers because of reasons. Yeah, bullshit accuracy, yeah. So, why should you play the Slava? Because sometimes it's just weird. Look at the start of this battle. I mean, it's pretty bad. I shot at the rune, didn't do an awful lot of damage. Same for the Mecklenburg. Well, you played because with the passive meta of this game, sometimes, or more often than not, the enemy team will play very passively. So you will get the full advantage of your ship. And even more importantly, this ship is not very good against angled targets, but against broadside targets, oh boy, it's very good. Talking about broadside targets, you see, this rune, he committed a very fatal error of judgment. He didn't subscribe to a channel. Did you know that by subscribing, you cannot be bottom tier anymore? And it's very effective when you are in a tier 9, just like the rune that is now dead. And you cannot meet super ships anymore when you play tier 9, which is pretty good, so consider subscribing. Now, back to the Mecklenburg. This guy is angled, so still 8k this time. Or, yeah, between 8 to 9k. Yeah, as you can see, that's not very good against angled targets. Maybe it's because the shell just hit the superstructure and overpenned. That's the other issue. The Slava got a very good dispersion, but that's not it. It's got one of the best penetrations in the game, and a very good speed retentions on its shells, with a very flat trajectory, which in plain English means that your shell will arrive very quickly to the target. And these shells are very quick. But the downside of these is that they will tend to over-penetrate the target, which means they enter from the right and they get out from the left and didn't do an awful lot of damage in the meantime. That's really the issue of the Slava. So how can you make it work? Well, sometimes you just cannot. If the enemies decide to angle against you, you just cannot do anything. That's not the right ship to punish ships that are angled. That's it. You need broadside targets. You absolutely need to shoot at broadside. The Slava was made to punish broadside. That's it. If you want to punish targets that are angled towards you, you should play a Yamato, or maybe even a Vermont. Vermont is very good against most kind of targets. If you go broadside to a Vermont, oh boy, you are going to regret your choices in life. If you get angled against a Vermont, and if you are a cruiser, oh boy, you're going to regret your choices in life as well. Talking about choices in life, yeah, that was a torpedo. Look at that. The Alaska is broadside. But yeah, only 17k. He should have been deleted right here and then. I did quite a bit of damage. but he managed to give me that damage in return because he's a battle cruiser and he's firing faster than me as a battleship. And the Citadel of Alaska is pretty hard to hit, since I think it's underwater, just like the Puerto Rico one, so it's not going to help. But still, this guy is going to die. Yep, thank you, Mr. Smolensk.
Nice work.
Yeah. So, let's just turn. Yeah, and as you can see, it doesn't turn very well. And of course, the Benham is on the other side of the island. So I'm going to leave my two allies to it. There is a Satsuma and a Vampire too. Seriously, a Benham is not a huge threat. It's got pea shooters at main guns at best. And the Vampire 2 is got very potent main battery guns, so I'm not that much worried about the Benham. Now, I need to shoot at the Stalingrad, but as always, it's angled. So what can I do? Well, load the high explosive. And one of the downsides of the Slava is that the base reload isn't 30 seconds, like in most battleships. It's 33 seconds. Which means that I had to take the reload mode to get it down to, I think it's 29.5 seconds with the reload mode, but my turrets are way slower, which can be a bit of an issue in the heat of the action. But if you find yourself in the heat of the action in a Slava, it means that you're probably screwed up, or your team screwed up big, because you don't put a Slava in the heat of the action. That's it. It's not a ship to be played on the first line. You absolutely need to play it on the back line. But sometimes, yeah, desperate measures, right? When your team is losing big, sometimes you absolutely need to tank a bit of damage. And that's the issue. You see, the ship got 91,000 health, nearly 92. And the problem being that with the paper-thin armor, this HP have a tendency to really melt, and very quickly. And that's going to be an issue in the course of this battle, because I don't have that much heals, and I'm taking full damage each time someone is shooting at me. Now I have a Condé shooting at me. It's the French Tier 11 supercruiser, and a very good ship. I got a Condé, it's very good. I hope one day I may be able to feature a battle of this one, because I think it can be really interesting with the lighthouse build. What's the Benham doing? Okay, so the Benham managed to kill the Vampire. That's unexpected. And the Satsuma is still here, just doing Satsuma things, I guess. Let's try to kill the Benham, and yeah! Goodbye, Mr. Benham. Thank you for playing. Now, there is the Condé and its friend, the Stalingrad. I'm going to try to take out the Condé because I think it's more dangerous, because it's got more DPM than the Stalingrad. And it's a super ship after all. So, let's see what I can do. At the moment, I'm just dodging the torps. And I'm trying to find a good moment to shoot at the Condé. I need the Condé to engage in a turn. Well, you would need the Condé to engage in a turn in any other ship. But I'm in a Slava, I punish broadside, and I do that. Yeah, that 30k out of you, Mr. Condé. So the Condé, who looked pretty much healthy, is not so much healthy now. Yep, Mr. Condé, I think you're about to get back to port. And yeah, I got one of my turrets disabled, and I'm taking quite a lot of fire. Why? Because I'm the only one remaining with a Smolensk. The Smolensk being a very light cruiser. I'm in deep trouble. The thing is that we got several caps, and if I manage to kill the Condé, it's going to bring us forward on points. So I absolutely need to run away. So let's keep engaging the Condé. Go, Gadgeto guns. Come on, come on, come on. You can do it. Yeah! He's dead. Nice. So, now what am I going to do? I'm going to try to capture D. I think D is the key to victory in this map. And, well, in this situation, at least, not in this map.
Our team depends upon you.
Oh yeah, our team depends upon you. Oh, thank you, Genius. It's not going to help. You can see it on the chat. Suspension points. Oh my. Yep. So, the plan would be to capture D and to use my point advantage to win. Because there are only, I think it's 6 minutes remaining. So, I can definitely survive that long, but I really need to use the terrain to do that. We'll do that in due time. Now, it's time to fight. Mr. Stalingrad, what are you doing? Yeah, angled, like most Stalingrads. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to load the high explosive, because if he gets angled, I'm not going to do that much damage to him. And yeah, a fire. What are you doing, Mr. Stalingrad? No, don't go broadside to a Slava, not at that range. I overpenetrate most of my targets at this range, but definitely not a Stalingrad. What are you doing, Mr. Mr. Stalingrad, sorry. No, don't do that. No. What are you doing? Why are you doing that? Oh boy, that's going to hurt. And yes, it did. Oh, poor guy. Seriously, what was he thinking? Seriously. I mean, he doesn't have torpedoes. He didn't have to be broadside. Why? Why would you do that? Why would you sacrifice your ship like that? You're not Japanese. Now, music please. And let's capture the point. And let's use the terrain as I said. Okay, we got the cap. And I'm going to use the island on my left. I'm not sure I can win this, as I said in the chat. But at least I'm going to lose in style with some music. Now, I committed some form of error of judgment, and you will see that. I forgot to disable my AA. The thing about using terrain is that you use terrain to stay hidden. I'm not hidden anymore, they know where I am. He launched some ASW planes, so he knows where I am. They know where to come and they will come angled to me. At this point, this move made me lose the battle. There's no denying at this point. 3 enemy ships against me, I'm going to lose. That's a bummer, but that's how it works, right? World of Warships is not about playing perfectly, it's all about somewhat doing less mistakes than your enemy. And yeah, now I disabled my AA. Not that it's gonna change anything. Yep, this Thunderer loaded with high explosive is going to hurt. Oh. Maybe I can kill him. Yeah, I don't think so. I'm going to die. Pretty quickly. Yep. That's too bad, but at least we tried. We absolutely tried, but we just didn't have the right ship to do so. Honestly, when you load a battle with a Slava, you know that if the enemy doesn't get broadside and if your team crushes, it's a ship that you cannot really use to carry, in my opinion. So yeah, that's a bummer, but that's how it works, right? So that's it for today. Have a good one, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye, folks.